Hey guys, this is Naresh here. As you can see, I've already created this nice graphical animation for you guys. Let me show you. See, this is the type of animation which I have created right now. Now I'll show you which is in the video. I've used this clip as a video to create that animation, okay? Now I'm going to try to recreate it again for you guys to learn. Let me show you. As you can see, I have already placed my BG in the stage of Adobe Flash, and I have also locked the frame. Now what I'm going to do is first trace this background character which is in the left side. Okay, watch closely. I'm going to use oval for the face. You can trace the animation in a traditional way by using pen tool and just drawing this way, but I prefer to use my own style in this type of tracing animation because it's going to take a lot of time. So most of the time I use oval line tool to trace these kinds of animations. Okay, I placed it successfully. Now what I'm going to do is try to create a color so I can create a shade like this. See, there is a shadow shade over here in the next part. I'm going to create that. When you going to create a animation from looking from another software, try to create an animation which is suitable in your flash and flash coloring, so it will look much nicer than the original. I used a bit dark color for the shade so I can create a depth kind of face. How to say it? Almost like 3D like character. It will give you depth, small shade. Now I'm going to create an ear. You can either use this one as well, since it is almost this is a side view and this is a straight view. I'm going to use this guy's ear as a replacement for the left side character. As you can see, I have already created an ear over here. I have traced it, but I made it better. Either you can use a oval like this, or hold on, use Y, which is pencil, and just draw it like this way. If you are confident in your pencil tool, you can use it. It's not a problem. But if you're looking for perfection, then I prefer you guys use pen tool. I like to draw things, so I prefer to use pencil. I'm not going to do the exact same style every time. You should try to improve yourself, so I'm not going to use the similar style. I'm just going to create my own new way of style. I'm just using it as a reference right now. Since I'm using this character, you should make sure that you use the skin color of what we given to this character matches the ears. remove the inner strokes. Press Ctrl G, and you have to do the same thing to this as well. Press Ctrl G. The reason I'm doing every part separately is because when you animate, you can't just keep it in the same way. You have to move every part the way the animation look like. So every part has to frequently move its own way in every single frame. So I'm chopping it for every single aspects. Now what I'm going to do is create the eyes. I am going to draw it. Use N tool to draw it like this. I'm just going to make it very simple. I'll use oval. I use the color scheme. Let me first make sure that I don't use any color scheme over here, so I'll block it. I've used another oval over here. Since it's when you zoom in, it will look too much pixelized. If you have the idea what you're going to do, it's fine. If not, don't zoom in too much like what I do. Now I'll use white so the eyes will look a bit cartoonistic. Now I'll delete the stroke over here. See, I got the eyes, but the stroke does not match the eye. So what I'll do is click here and match the stroke color to the eye color which I have. Now I created one eye. Now just copy and shrink it a bit. Use Alt Shift and shrink it a bit. Now move the eyes over here. Now we are going to do this. As previously shown, you're going to skew it to the opposite direction a bit. Since it is looking, the eye core is looking the opposite way, I'm going to skew it a bit more to the end. Now I'm going to create the nose part. Make sure that you group everything when you do it. Now the mouth part. You can even create a better mouth if you want to. Since you're recreating it is in the flash, there's always an opportunity for you guys to play and recreate it and use your creativity, think outside the box whenever you want it to. So it's up to you guys. Right now I'm just going to trace this mouth, which is too much pixelized for me actually. I hate too much pixels because you have to try to practice the pixelized area, how to create that place, recreate that mouth over here. It's too much of work until you get few experience over it. You'll Here's the place you have to create the mouth, and here's the place you have to create the teeth, and here's the place you have to color everything. You need to learn that, otherwise that only works when you keep drawing it or keep tracing things. I think I created almost something similar to the anime, but just to make sure that I just give a bit of a dark stroke color so the mouth part will differentiate a bit. There is a mouth there at least. Right. One minute. Press Ctrl G again. I created even a better face, if you ask me. Angry looking, to be more precise. Now let me create this hairy parts. Okay. I think this part will come on the back side, so let me see. I'll press control down button. It's coming in the back. This part of the hair will come at the back, and this part of the hair will come at the front. You can use pencil tool the way I'm using right now, or you can use pen tool to use stroke coloring, which will give you pinpoint accuracy, but when it comes to your drawing knowledge it will lag a bit. I would prefer to use pencil. I'll group it again since it is grouped. Why should I keep the ears in the back? Let this thing seen. Ah. Why should it be all the same? I'm just going to create a better one. See, you have created even very good characteristic. All you have to do right now is remove the stroke over here, so the ears will sync according to the skin tone which I have given in the image. See, it synced itself. Now, I created a better one from the last, even better than the last time. Make sure that you remove unwanted strokes, but before that, hold on a second. Either you can keep your ears like this, or if you want the way how the image is given, you can draw it over here on the top of the image itself. Let me show you. Let me skew it a bit, that copy. Yeah, now the ears is slightly exposed. Yeah, created even a better face right now. Now to match the neck, I'll just skew it a bit. That's all, it's done. Hey guys, previously I have shown you how to trace the face of this character. Now I have traced the rest of the body, hands and legs in offline mode. Now I'll show you how to animate this character by using keyframe animation, which I have done already in my project file. Let me show you that first. See, now I'll show you how to make the hand movements of this character, which we have newly traced now, which is even much better. Now let me show you how to do it. As you can already see in the library, I have copied lot of bitmap files from the video editor software from here, from the bitmap over here. I have copied like a clip the total of 4 different positions that characters make, and you can see in the library, you can view over there. Now I'll copy one of the images. Since I have already placed this character in the first position of the image which is already given over there, I'm going to manipulate the character, move the hands a bit in the position which is given in this image, print image. Now let me show you how to do it. I'll move the image from the bits map and I'll drag and drop it in the stage. But before that, I'll press Ctrl X and I'll click new layer. I'll paste it in that layer so that the character will not get disturbed, which you have already placed in the stage. Now I'll break it again. I'll do the same routine what I've shown you previously. Since the character image has been placed in the screen now in the stage, background stage, now I'll lock it. It won't get any, since it is not going to get any disturbance right now. Now what I will do is increase the character's frame to 25. I'll press F6 and it will create till 25 frames and empty space. Now lock the first frame over here, press X6 again, and now all you have to do is match this character which is behind you. Okay, try to match this character right now. Press all three parts of the hands, limbs, shoulders, limbs and hand, and select. After you select it, go to free transform tool, which is Q, and keep the midpoint so you can adjust it a bit. As you can see, let me show you something. See, the only part which is moving over here is this place, your wrist and your hand. So you don't, it's a big mistake, you shouldn't do that. Now try to move this wrist first, wrist and your hand. Try to copy what is given in the image first. Since you're going to animate in keyframes, try to copy the frame image which is given in the back. See, try to make it similarly. Lift it a bit higher. The only problem you might be able to come up with in these kinds of animation is aligning midpoint. Once you get used to it, it will be easier for you to work on it. Just move it a little higher. That's it. Make sure that your hands don't get cutted off. Okay. I'm doing everything in a single single key frame, single timeline and single layer. I did not distribute it to the layers because I like keyframe better than moving it in a timeline or in distributing in a lot of layers. You have created your first frame now, but as you can see, there's a small change. The eye is closing over here. Okay, so since it is you have created in this frame, all you have to do is double click the group, delete the eye. Now move that bit lower. Do the same thing to the left eye. Delete it, delete it, move it a bit lower over here. since you can see we are animating, but there is a slight problem. The character over here is standing over here, right? So what we are going to do is right click, this is called as ruler, click the ruler, go to arrow tool and extend the ruler, create a line over here, select everything and match. Now move this character over there, match the left side, left part of the free transform tool. Now you can see it will animate without any difference. See over here? Now we have to learn to animate the second position, which is given in the library. The second position, first position is here, he's standing in the first position. Second position is lifting his hand. Third position, let me see what he does is in third position. If we put him in here, as you can see, he's keeping his hand like this, and his hand is his right hand is like this as always, but his left hand is changing. Okay, and his body is bit sideways, so you have to do the same thing, follow the same routine what is given in the image. Now what we are going to do is, I have previously created this hand, so I'll just paste that hand over here. See, there's a hand change over here. I'll use that hand, but before that, using this hand you have to bring your project to the position how it used to be. So what we are going to do is press Alt and copy it. This will give a copy frame of what your action previously done. Now delete this layer here, you no longer needed this background. Now move this background over here. What you're going to do is move slightly back so you can see what he's doing in the image, and you're going to match it. I'll first move this arm like this. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the tissue paper. Keep the midpoint as previously how we placed it. Now, 1 minute. Now move. Now you have moved it, right? Looks like there is a small problem. I have selected the pant also. Now, as you can see, it's almost touching his shoulders, his left shoulder, so I'll keep it this way, and his hands His left hand moves this way. Not too close to his face. He's keeping some distance, so I'm also do that way. And this entire body will slightly be in a tilted position like this. Now there is a small error over here. As you can see, this is the thing that you have to watch out every time. You're breaking the formation of your limbs and your wrists. This will cause your keyframe timeline to get your animation to get messed up. So what you're going to do is move it a bit so it matches. See, it's matching exactly as the images is given over there. Now move it, select that free transform tool so you can move it back to the position where it was. Now all you have to do is bring this hand which I already created in my previous animation. I'm going to copy that hand over here so I can make this animation a bit quicker. I'll delete this original hand which I already drawn over here. I'll delete it and I'll paste it this one over there. You can do things like this in Flash, but make sure that you change the color when you copy from some other animation, some other character. Break it. Now match it according to the colors which is available in your current character. Now press Ctrl G and Ctrl down button. See, now it is matching. It's 1, 2, 3. Third frame is done. Now we are going to do the fourth one. As for the fourth one, you have to delete the previous background again. You have to move the fourth background again. Break it again. Now unlock this frame over here. Now since you are continuing from here, all you have to do is press F6, clicking this frame over here, press F6 again. Now what you're going to do is, look over here, he's keeping his hands very close. So what you're going to do is do the similar way. You're going to keep his both hands very close to his face, so it will match the graphical animation which is shown in the video. Now I'll select this hand over here and I'll move it very close to his face. Always make sure that every frame you match the midpoint over. I'm keeping it close to his face and I'll move this hand close to his face. As you can see, now it's matching. Now you have to make his body tilt a bit more since he's coughing too much. You need to make sure that you tilt it more, but make sure that you don't miss that. Your characters don't break too much. Tilt it a bit more. Now select free transform tool again so that 6 corners will show itself. Now move it to the line which you have created. See, you have created your fourth. It's 1, 2, 3 and 4. See, smoothly playing. Now what you're going to do is, since you can see that second frame and third, these are the 2 frames here, is actually going to cough, but you need to give that effect now. So go and watch. If you can watch the video, you will understand. He jumps a bit. See, he jumps a bit. So when he's coughing, make sure that you nudge up 2 frames higher, 1 and 2. Now do the same for the other. Make it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since you've done that, see, he'll cough and he'll come down. But what you have to do now is, you're flying in the air. See, what you're going to do is stretch the pants down a bit like this. You stretched it. Do the same thing to the other frame as well. See, now he's doing it, but he has to come down again like this way. So what we are going to do is, we are going to reverse animate it. I'll move this. One, two, three. See, but it's a bit quicker. You can adjust it in your timeline now. You no longer needed this. Delete it. As you can see, he's keeping his hands like this. So we are missing a small frame over here. He's keeping hands like this, so this part of the animation will match that frame which is missing for you. So what I'll do is, I'll copy this frame and I'll alt and drag over here. All I have to do is oops, hold on. the hands like this and keep the hand move like this. See, he's keeping the hands like this, so I'll do the same. He stops there for a minute and then he puts his hand down again. You can add an additional frame if you want to make it a bit more smoother. I'll add a bit of an animation of my own to make it a bit more smoother. I'll make this hand go down a bit. I'll make this hand go down a bit again. But as you can see, there's a small break in the character. Fix it. A small jerk over here, see? Now nudge it a bit down, not too down. Now it's smooth. I nudge it a bit down again. It's still going up. Let me make it a bit down again. Yeah, it's smoothly running now. Now all you have to do is copy these frames so we can repeat the animation again. He sneezes twice in the animation. So what we are going to do is copy it over here and paste it over here. And see, it's done. Hey guys, as you can see, I have created the rest of the character animation. Let me show you. In the offline mode, I have created the second right side character in the screen, one which wears glasses, I have recreated him again and I have animated him, and I have recreated all of those text animations again in the offline mode. Now I'll show you how it is done. Since these text animations and keyframe animations are something previously I have in previous lessons I have taught you. Now just let me show you the inner workings of the frames, how the animation works over here. As you can already see, the left side character which has the coughing animation has been already done. The right side character is, now I'll show you how it is done. I'll show you the inner workings of it. Okay, now let me show you that second character frame. As you can see, the second character frame, the only movement which you can see is the eyes. See, this is made through keyframe animation. Every keyframe I made the eye movement. In every frame I modified the eye movement in a group. as you can see. And this is something I have modified it. This is nothing but a line over there. I have removed the eyes over here and I replaced with a line, so that you in the visual you can see the eyes will close and open when the other person start coughing. See, as for this virus animation, I have used motion tween. You can see it very well. See, what I used is called graphics. When you right click, you can create. Let me show you. Yeah, you can create symbol, or you can press F8. If you press F8, you can create symbol, something like this: graphics, movie clip, or button. I choose graphics to create it. I'll cancel it since I already made it in graphics. This is useful for creating repeated animations. You can put it in a loop where it will keep rotating. It will keep doing what it keep continuously doing its animation, whether the keyframe is running or not. See, and this animation, I have turned it into a symbol of graphics. The Not only you have to turn it into a symbol of graphics, but you have to create motion tween to make it move. You have to turn the entire virus 360 degrees, so it will rotate itself. Since it is in a graphic mode, it will keep rotating. The animation will keep looping itself. Okay, now as for the text movement, I also have used motion tween, classic motion. Now you can see this as well. See, I have used what you call, I have previously shown now, the fading effect. I used the fading effect for this text, and I have also mixed with shrinking effect with this text. As for the next text, I hid the text in a small extra patch of color, and I made it hide, so that when the text comes out, it will look like it came from out of nowhere. See, this is an extra layer which I put it, so it will hide. That's it.